Hey everyone, welcome back to the RPGames YouTube channel. My name is Ralph and this is going to be the final episode of the Lion Song. We're on a train with 22 kilometers left. The train is happy to be almost in a station. And we've been talking here with a whole bunch of people. Gentlemen, you have done the impossible. You have taken my mind from our destination. I thank you. Not so fast. You were a journalist. You must have a story to tell. Alas, it is a short one. I wanted to write, but my family was against it. A baron's son must naturally be in the military. So I couldn't continue writing. I wish I had a story like one of yours. All four of us are certainly headed for a story of some kind. Although yours will be somewhat different, I think. How do you mean? We three are enlisted men. Fifth Army here. The same. Fifth Army, yes. Headed for the camp west of Drina River. But you are an officer. Sixth Army, yes. Is that obvious? Not only that, but you boarded the train at Wiener Neustadt. The military academy is there. I suppose it goes without saying, but I'd rather write. Write the stories we've told you. They are a record of a life we may never see again. Write what you see in the coming weeks, months. Someone must write it down so that there will never be another war like it. Think it will be over soon, don't you? No, I don't. But I agree. Write the stories we told, if you feel they have value. But write two of the men you lead. Their stories matter even more. Theodore, why did you enlist? Because war is madness. Oh, that makes so much sense. How do wars start? Greed for wealth or land? Fear of those who are not like us and therefore mean us harm? Revenge for a zealot's bullet? And you think you can stop all that? Probably not. Not by myself anyway. But I thought I could at least try. I know that sounds foolish. Do you mean you have some political ambitions? Yes. Who makes the decision to make war? Politicians, not soldiers. If more politicians spend time facing an enemy bayonet, maybe they would try harder to find another solution. That's a good point. A solution, like you did with that photo? When your professor was leaving, instead of lamenting, you took change into your own hands? Precisely. You sound very passionate about it, and naive, I suppose. Your sincerity is obvious. Your professor taught you well. I wouldn't call her disguising herself sincere. I understand why she did it though, of course. Do you? How do you mean? There might be more truth in a disguise than you can see. I've given it a lot of thought. I want to inspire the people, but I don't know if I can do it. You have courage. I see it in you. You see more in me than I do, naturally. Just like Retnicech. How so? Wouldn't you call it brave that your professor took over Nanner's classes? Yes, of course. Extraordinarily so. But how am I brave? You're putting your life on the line for your beliefs. And what if people listened? How do I know that what I'm proclaiming is what's right? You're a scientist, are you not? What of it? You can't know you're right, but When there's new data, you adapt your theory. Brinichage did that in the duel with Sala, remember? She could have destroyed his career, but something changed in that lecture hall. She acknowledged his efforts and respected him. Yes, together they accomplished so much more. I wish I could be as sure as you are. You studied mathematics. You understand odds? Of course. I would bet on you. I'm sure your professor would too. Does sound like something she would do. Based on all you've told us, it seems the changes she brought were not just for her, but for everyone. What do you mean by that? She did not just focus on her own theories, she changed something in others around her through her teaching. And I can too. Otto, you are going to war to support your family? It's why Wilma left home. Now it's my turn to help. But I have no talents to speak of. Doesn't take much talent to point a rifle and pull the trigger. More than you might think, young man, yeah. I'll tell you this, I'm no coward. I'll be at the front of the charge. Well, think about what you just said. If he wants to die, let him. Yes, your sister had talent, but she did not just waltz on top of stage. It took time and effort to become who she is now. Yes, she did wait and listen. Her music was truthful and aware, but I gave my word. I'll fight until my last breath if I must. Playing the hero. What's wrong with that? Your blood is like fire in your veins. Yes. It feels like that. Is that wrong? It's not, but you must prepare for what's coming. How did your sister prepare for writing her song? She faced her fears, head on. She never accepted any help. But you're not alone on the battlefield. Your comrade in arms must trust you. Just like your family trusted in Wilma. Wilma had so much potential. She let us down. But not me. I won't let them down. You will, if you rush heedlessly into enemy fire. You cannot be thoughtless. To be thoughtless is to be blind. Blind? I don't understand. Adrenaline will drive you, but never ever let it blind you. You've been in this situation before. Your story, the man at the inn where your sister played. Your family needed the money, and you swallowed your anger and took it. Never should have taken that money. Staying calm, you make it sound so easy. It's not. It's the most difficult thing there is. Wilma's choices seem to have had great influence on your life. Even watching from the sidelines, I was changed. Will you think about what I've said? I know you mean well, but I'm sure of myself. I'm done living in Wilma's shadow. I will fight for myself and my family. I wonder if I could have changed his mind had Wilma made different choices. I see. Paul, why are you on this train? I'm not interested in hearing your platitudes. You helped me. Let me help you. You can't. Why? Tell me why you enlisted. I didn't, Lieutenant. I was drafted. We're almost there. Then I must change. My men must see me in uniform. We're coming to the station. Where's Paul? He left just after you did. I don't think he'll be joining us at the front. He won't if he gets shot deserting. He must still be on a train though. I'll go and look for him. Soldier, did a man pass through here? No, sir. Carry on then. Yes, sir. Did anyone pass through here? What? Sir, no, sir. Right. Remain vigilant, soldier. Sir, yes, sir. Let's see, where would he be hiding? Is this the exit? Okay. Oh, excuse me. He's not in there. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not in there either. Paul. You're leaving us? Are you going to try and stop me? You never told us if you painted your own pictures. Why would I? I'm a forger. For a friend? Someone you love? Or for yourself? Not for profit, just for you. There was someone, Frida. We understood each other. Like Lonicek and Markert? I suppose. What makes you think you know me, son of a baron? We are all questioning ourselves, aren't we? But think about it. Markert confronted his battles head on. What battles? Did he fight someone with a brush? En garde? He painted his greatest critic, Touché. Train is slowing. Will you sound the alarm? No, it's your decision. We were right. You will make a good leader. I'll do my best. Please leave me now. I have a decision to make. I'm glad you reconsidered, Paul. Gentlemen, we go to different battles, but I would be proud to have you in my command. I will do everything in my power not to fail my men. And if I fail them, I would be failing you. My name is Albert Vogel. Everyone calls me Bird. Theodor Lechner. Otto Dörfel. Paul Weber. In 1914, shortly after the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, men were drafted. It was the beginning of the First World War. Otto went to war to defend his family and his country. As he lay dying, looking up into the darkened sky, Wilma's song was on his lips. Paul stopped running away. Committing to something for the first time in his life, he returned to Frida. And a few years later, that commitment turned into a small, happy family. In the 4 years of war, something inside of Theodor changed. Pursuing a career in politics, he swore to prevent another war at all costs. Wilma's music wasn't successful, but seasons pass and the world moves on. But one day Wilma returned to her hometown. While she never stopped writing music, she took up teaching it. One late autumn afternoon, a woman stepped into Leo's Podany's Inn. She sat down silently. When asked what she'd like to have, she smiled and answered, "A plate of your world-famous dumplings, Leos." The music that brightened the early years of the 20th century fell silent after the outbreak of the war. Franz Market must have done something to change his grandfather's mind. He began climbing again soon after his grandson's success. The young painter accompanied Grete to Berlin, where they loved one another for a short, intense period of time. Franz was drafted 1 year after the war broke out. In the brief quiet before dawn, he drew the letters of his comrades. In 1918, Gustav Klimt died, marking the end of an era. Emma Regnicek moved to the United Kingdom, accepting an offer to become lecturer for mathematics at the university in Yorkshire. Throughout the 20th century, many scientific discoveries were credited to Emma's proof of the Regnicek state. Emma kept writing to Nicole for the rest of her life. Nicole found she didn't hate quite as many things as she used to. During the war, the University of Vienna was transformed into a military hospital. But lessons continued to be learned whenever students and their teachers could meet. The First World War came to an end in 1918. The total number of military and civilian casualties amounted to more than 38 million lives. Alright, how about these decisions? 55% also took the money. 85% weren't able to escape police either. 79% also used snap bangs at the market. 23% also encouraged two of the men. 57% of all soldiers mobilized in World War I were casualties. And that brings us to the end of this wonderful game, The Lion's Song. If you followed me all along until the end, thank you very much for watching these episodes. And hopefully I will see you again in my next series.